Hi, today I'm going to give you a tip on a fabric raised bed flopover, or I call it floppy raised bed fabric. Have you ever had a raised bed like this where all the edges just kind of fold over like this? Drives me crazy. I only have three raised beds, fabric raised beds like this. They're about 50 inches across and I think 10 or 12 inches tall. And you do everything you can to level it when you put on, clear the ground, bring the level out, everything you do, and it's still crooked. So that side over there is not quite as bad, but I'm going to show you a tip that I do that I think you're going to love. And then I have two other raised beds that are all done with my tip, and I'm going to show you all of them. So here we go. So what I use is plastic forks. It works really well. I get a box of about 600 plastic forks. I think this was Sam's Club, Members Mark. Yeah, that's Sam's Club or Costco. I'm not thinking it was over $10, something like that. Really nice, easy. And I have them everywhere, and there are all kinds of uses for plastic forks besides these, and I'll show you that in a second. But all I do is I get the soil really wet. I'm going to try and make sure you're in there, because if it's really dry and fluffy, they won't always hold, but I get it really wet, and then they're kind of permanently stuck there. Let me switch hands. Now this side's the worst. This has got about a 6-inch flop over. So I angle them, and when there's this big of a flop, you kind of have to go every couple inches. But when it's not that big, you don't have to go every couple inches. You can go about every 6 inches. So, I mean, it totally does the trick. And when they're flopped over like this, sorry, it's hard to do and show you. When they're flopped over like this, you're losing a ton of space. I mean, that's 6-7 inches there that was flopped over that I planted. This is my garlic bed, and I couldn't plant. I watered it really well, and I brought it up, and they just flipped right over. So I didn't put any garlics in there. So I'm just going to finish this whole bed after I get off with you, and it'll stand up really nicely. Now, of course, I could go and put in more soil, which I will, but every year when you deal with these fabric beds, they compress down. Oh, I got this different setting on. It keeps going blurry there. They compress down, and then every season when you pull the plant out, it's going to take soil with it too, and then there's the wind blowing and all kinds of factors. But this is my second year on these beds. So I really compressed them and watered them well, but they still compress down. So after this garlic is done, I always refresh the bed. I'll probably add 2 or 3 big bags of soil and bring it up. But for, 3/4 of the year, it's going to compress down and flop over. So I love growing in fabric raised beds. I've done it for probably 7 years now. And I used to use only Smart Pots, which I love that brand. I'm going to be getting more, but I got some no names this time, and they've held up really well too. So look, this is let me back up a little bit, my cabbage bed, and this one was doing the same thing. It's doing the flop. See right over here, and I have a whole bunch of babies coming in here of different kind of cabbages, so that's why I have extra forks. And I'm starting to get some early nibbles from probably slugs, and I got some rabbits eating in here, and cats get in here, and they want to poop in here. So I have decided, last year, two years now, several years I've done it, I just put forks all around the plants. And you may think, well, a rabbit could just reach over, or a rodent or a mouse or something, but they get in there and there's like, oh, forks everywhere, and it really helps with cats pooping in the bed. That stopped them immediately when I put all these forks in. So I got all the forks going around the edge for the fabric raised bed flop over, and it'll hold like the whole season. And then I went around each cabbage and I just wanted to confuse whoever's in there. And you know what? I didn't put my tulle fabric on. I'm experimenting because there's not as many of the cabbage loopers here. We have them for sure, but nothing like in Ohio. So I could regret it and have the cabbage, the moth that comes on there, lays eggs and turns into the little worm that eats your entire plant in one night. But so far I haven't had any problem. So let's look at this other one. This is my beet bed. See if I can get you some light there. Get out of it's got a shade there, but you can see that was very steep over there. About 6 inches again. And it's all held up beautifully. And I went in a couple weeks ago, and then I added a whole bunch more beet seeds. At this time of the season, you can just put seeds in, direct sow, and they'll come up. It's kind of my second year of trying that. All these were winter sown. These Swiss chards right here were winter sown in milk jugs, and those beets over there were winter sown in milk jugs. So I'm comparing direct sowing to milk jugs right now. But the beets I've done have always been the best when I have done winter sowing. So anyway, I'm in the shade, so you're not going to get probably a good picture, but I just hope you like this little tip for your fabric raised beds. All right, take care. Sending you much love from my garden to yours. Oh, before you go, do you have any strategies on holding up these besides forks? I would love to hear any other tips. Go down in the description there and, you know, drop us a note if you have any ideas on how you would hold up the sides of the fabric bed. All right, see you next time in my, I don't know what I'm saying. See you next time. Bye.